Hello and greetings to my dear Gemini friend. Peace and love, and may the divine gateway open for you, whatever that means. Um, yeah, twin sun is really important, and I'm going to focus heavily on the twin sun for your three portals reading. You're the only one that's going to get this because Gemini is the secret twin sun. It's according to my personal cult philosophy, the secret of secrets. It's the dark star. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll use the energy of Mercury to purify this reading. Remember, the three portals that emerge are essentially views. These are perspectives that can be used for your advantage if you find something to take from these perspectives, okay? It's a major if, not everything will be to your liking, so only take what you feel is good for you. I thank you for your view. I'm also available for private readings. You can find me in my About section for that. Now please relax and I'll get started on the first portal. Okay, the secret of the twin sun. Here we are. Okay, this first portal has to do with essentially the kind of burnout that you see in some readings. Once again, this is a dark star reading, the twin sun, and it has to do with essentially the idea that in all its combustion and compression, eventually the sun will die out and it leaves a mass there. This mass is it's quite large, and it's not normally what you would call a sun, but it still is a sun. Also, anything that reflects light in terms of a celestial body, a compressed, mass of something that is out there is also potentially a twin sun because it reflects light. And that's also the secret of the twin sun. I'll never mention that again in any of my readings, but there you have it. Now, it seems to me that the undercurrent of all this has to do with a paradigm, okay? The view of something. The portal is here, and we see a ritual sort of garb of either Diana or someone who's into fertility, okay? The Virgin, the Great Virgin. And she holds a sprig of wheat and stands next to two pyramids, okay? There's a lot of fixed energy here, especially Leo, Taurus, naturally, Scorpio, and Aquarius. All of them are here. The fixed axis is here. Usually this has to do with death and regeneration and essentially recycling something. The serpent that eats its own tail, indicative of the Ouroboros, or the infinity, in a way. Now, there's something about you that is going through some sort of change, and this change has to do with a hardening of the heart, okay? That's on the crown. Something about you is becoming very callous to the world around you, and it's important for you to know that there is a beautiful mirroring going on. We have night and day here with the energy of Virgo, your sister sign of Mercury as well. On the opposing side, the sign of Cancer. In the reverse, okay, the Chariot is here, dissension. There's something about the vehicle in which you gain or you give, something about your creative aspects that are taking second or third degrees, a backseat in the vehicle of your life. There's something about a block here, about your creative forces, okay? This block is it's temporary. There's a lot of potential in terms of your creative force, in terms of water, your intuition, and your creativity, the divine feminine within you. It shows here. There's a lot of Virgo here, as well as Scorpio. some very intense secrets that have to do with cycles, okay? These cycles are essentially the vehicle in which you ride. It's like having two wheels on a bicycle, and the momentum is quite strong. However, there's a point of stillness here. And this portal is showing that there are still lessons to learn about the limitations that have been set upon you or that you have set upon yourself. Now, there's something about your mind that is kind of on the fritz, and it's like vibrating in a very intense stasis. Okay, this vibration is it's not noticeable, but there's a flux inside of you that's going to expand and grow once the rubber band snaps, and then there's going to be a very stark revelation. It's going to be self-critical as well. It's going to arise out of the general sort of transition that the world is going on as well. But like I said, it's kind of difficult for this Gemini in particular to truly envelop a sense of goodness when it comes to love or in terms of the projects you create. There's something very stagnant and almost rusty, or perhaps ready to explode in some sort of way. Don't worry, the High Priestess will tell us all. Okay. Okay, so currently, the High Priestess understands that there is a passage that you are going on. It has to do with letting go of expectations or something that you've already invested in big time. Now, this letting go will essentially create the 9 of rods for you. There's a connection. And this is having to do with traveling, as well as understanding your place within certain narratives when it comes to your heart's desire and these being let down in some way. This is about transformation and coming into a higher mindset by becoming a student of method. Towards what? Towards this energy here, which is essentially the conversion of night and day, the cycles. There could be something about your daily routines that are being very much challenged by the energy of Virgo and 6, your 6th house. Very soon there will be a choice to be made, between sort of getting back into a very toxic situation that has to do with all this water, or potentially leaving it. And once this occurs, there will be a sense of rest, and a truth might emerge, or perhaps a new passion might emerge. It's very, very subtle. You will be able to recognize it if you set aside your pride and embrace the melancholy that might be there. Okay, this could be a very healthy thing for you. Right. That was a very long first portal. Let's move on. Super esoteric, that one. I'm going to switch decks. Why not? Because that was too heavy. Usually I get paid for that shit. Ha ha ha. So, let's see here. This is the second portal, and once again, the focus is the twin sun. Let's see if it emerges. We had one sun in the last reading, and a dead sun. Okay. This is your energy, Gemini. What are you looking at? You're looking at structures that cause you sadness, that are a sense of lies. Something that you are still loyal to is the secret sort of nurturing aspect here that is very suppressed, that you are no longer giving to this. What you're moving towards and manifesting is a sense to go back to places that have been stagnant or not in growing. They were very unequal. To find your abundance and to get over some sort of thing to give to the future. There's an element of healing here that the mage is doing, the magician is doing. It has to do with a very subtle connection that is tied to your childhood, to a father figure, or perhaps to a mother figure, and the secret knowledge of a family sort of a departure or a return. Okay, family emotions, inheritance of emotions that comes through the lineage of father and mother. There also is something about you that is hardcore manifesting a way to externalize yourself, to to become loyal to yourself and to make a standing outside of a family unit or perhaps on your own, and also to become some form of um, very creative and loyal. There are three dogs here, very loyal and creative sort of person. The twin sun does show up here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? She's trying to give back to something from the past. Okay, let's see. I keep seeing the number 38. Right. Okay, this has to do with, so the Queen meets the King of Pentacles about some sort of home situation. This talks about retribution. So yeah, okay. So you're settling. Okay, that's the thing. Do not walk the path of arrogance. There's something about this raising up of an ego structure that will be good for you, because you will be able to implant yourself or transplant yourself to new ground. This could be metaphorical or realistic in the real world. This is a type of escapism, and you're loyal to this, or you're loyal to essentially a type of secret information that has to do with the reparations of a great mother that was not treated well in terms of a relationship with a great father. Soulmate energy is strong here, also strong here. It looks like that both paths are leading to the same place, but there also is a retroactive sort of movement of going back to the very root of home, where that's supposed to be, and settling yourself there somehow. Remember not to walk the path of arrogance, and don't burn anything that is potentially, going to serve you, even if you don't know it. There are offers coming to you, new beginnings coming to you, and there will be a choice between either health or like physical health or a protected heart, one or the other. Very interesting reading all over the place. And just Gemini for you. They are a crazy bunch. Yeah, gems. So the twin sun did show up. The second sun was behind, the pentacle was behind the queen, and she was in reverse. The reverse was because of a lack of nurture for oneself. Health is very important for you in the month of mid-September. So this will be the last portal, and I'm building for you a bridge. The bridge can be burned or walked. It's a view of a bridge. And essentially the bridge is connecting one place to another, and there will be challenges. Okay. Okay. So this is a bridge of despair. It moves from the 7 to the 8, so from the other to more of the extremes of variance, okay? The 8 is about death and regeneration, okay? The coffin is here. It talks about health, good health coming after some sort of surrender. Also, there is a type of other that is either you, yeah, I think it's you. So there's something about you that is naturally seductive here, okay? Whatever you're doing, Gemini, you're doing it right, and it's very sexy. However, there's a snake in the grass aspect about this, something very toxic about the way you walk or the way you move. There's something about purgation here, okay? Trying to understand the path you were once walking that was once of truth, now is of lies. So it's important to understand something of the nature of that winding path. It's very serpentine, it's very based on secret knowledge. Something about your footsteps and your proper path is being questioned here. Remember that as you seduce others, or perhaps as you bring the fire to others, that you are doing it in the right way, and trying to avoid types of victimhood or types of martyrdom are very important. It's really important for you to also embrace some of the more hidden aspects of your heritage while walking this bridge, okay? This way you'll be able to see perspectives with the anchor in reverse, and also get over fears, okay, that may be blocking you from setting something completely into the past. The snake also represents great lineages of early forms of primitive cultures. You can call them primitive, but they're just ancient cultures that have to do with snake worship. And there also is something about this that has to do with the great other and the transformation of the other through their dissolution, through their death, the regeneration of that in order to find health, okay? As Jesus also was resurrected. This is a story of melancholy, and it's important for you to understand that there is potentially some sort of great promise on the horizon, okay? New beginnings as well as peace and love. It's important also to understand that there will be challenges. People will come to you to pose questions or potential sort of temptations away from the path of glory. Right, my dear Gemini? Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully it was interesting. Please take care of yourself now. If you would like, hit the like button. If not, hit the unlike button or do nothing. Please do send me an email if you would like a personal reading. Otherwise, I shall see you in the next month. Bye now.